Hi guys, my name is Kelly-Jace and welcome to my channel. This is actually my first ever video. I'm really nervous and really excited. I wanted to share a little bit about kind of the things that we do, mainly around money, how-to tips, traveling, saving, all the kind of things that I do in my spare time and the kind of things that we do as a family, really. So we're a family of six. There's myself, there's my beautiful fiance David, four beautiful children, stepchildren, they're David's children. So we all live together. Yes, that's a busy house. And I really wanted to share with you our kind of like, I'm going to call it, well, everyone else is calling it a no spend year. But I really want to look at it as a new way of living, really. I mean, previous to 2020, really waste a lot of money, like a lot. Smoking, going out to bars, restaurants, just frivolous spending that I didn't really need to do. So the start of this year, January 2021, is really when myself and David sat down and thought, you know what, let's do this a little bit differently. We work hard. Well, and he works hard. I work for our money, and we want to think about how we can really maximise it and utilise it to the best, really, so we can plan for our future and the experiences that we want to have. So if you don't know what a no spend year is, we've watched so many videos on this. I mean, I can't even explain how much research we've done on this. And we thought, you know what, we do this, but just to a little bit more of an extreme. So a no spend year is when you cut out basically all forms of consumerism, cut out unnecessary spending, full stop. So from January 2021, from the 1st of January 2021, I've not had any cigarettes, quit smoking completely, we don't drink at all. I'm personally on a 1,000 calorie a day diet, so which means I don't eat anymore, really. I'm just trying to be my best self at the moment. So I'm trying to really limit the treats and snacks that I have. I mean, just no more chocolates, no more crisps. I mean, I'm not a big crisp fan anyway, or cheesecakes, all those kind of things that I just buy for the sake of buying or eat, boredom eat, can we say. So we have cut down everything. I mean, even now we're looking at cancelling all of our Sky package. So we've got a Sky package with the movies, sports. We pay a small fortune for the Sky package, Sky TV, and that also includes the TV license. So I don't know, we'll probably pay between, I think David pays between £75 and £100 a month on TV. So we've decided we're going to cut this down to its bare minimum, and just have the internet, and then use our PlayStation to watch like the Netflix, and if we want to have a subscription or something small, or pay per day for, I don't know, the football that he wants to watch, or if I want to watch 90 Day Fiance or Married at First Sight, all these kind of shows that I watched, and finding other mediums to watch them on that are not, so instead of we're not paying this whole small fortune for the Sky packages. So for this no spend year, and I think we're going to try and make it into a lifestyle thing now. We have kind of specific goals, which I think you need to have in order to make this actually work. If you don't really have any goals, then really, what are you? What is the purpose of what you're doing? What's the value in it? So our goals are to buy a house in 2023, which is 2 years from now. At the same time as this, so buy a house in 2023. So we're going to have £20,000 as our deposit, and that's our goal for the 2 years, to save £20,000. On top of this, we're going to have £15,000 in additional savings, for things like, I don't know, solicitor fees, any refurbs we need, power paying the mortgage if we want to adds more to the monthly mortgage just to get rid of some of that cost. Um, and also, one of the things we're not going to be cutting or skimming down on is things like holidays or experiences. So we're still going to have, we normally have about 5 holidays a year. So we're really going to bring it down to focus on, maybe instead of doing Christmas presents and spending, like, we normally spend about £3,000 on Christmas, including food, presents, decorations, themed stuff, all that stuff. No more Christmas. Instead of Christmas, we're going to be just doing an all-inclusive holiday, which will come to less than what we spend on the Christmas things anyway. So it's maybe more about having the memories and experiences as opposed to saying, oh, I need this, I want that. It's just stuff that we're just collecting, stuff that it's just more stuff to clean the house at the end of the day. So these are the kind of some of the goals. I mean, like, our main objective really is to, when David retires, and I think on his he's got his little app that counts down when he's going to retire. It's like it's 15, 16 years or something like that. We are going to relocate to Turkey. The kids will be grown up so they can do their own thing. We're going to be living at large somewhere in Turkey in a mansion. Obviously, because of the house prices and the currency exchange, it's just, I used to live in Istanbul around 2012, and it's just the culture, the language, the food. It's something we both enjoy as a couple, and we've decided that we're going to sell everything in 16 years and then just up and move to Turkey and then just chill out and enjoy retirement, really. And I'm hoping you're thinking, oh, 16 years is not a lot of time. She looks relatively young. I think 16 years, David can retire around 55. So you guys can do the math. And we've got a slight difference in age. So by then he'll get he's putting a lot of money into his work pension. And I'm going to continue to, in the meantime, I'm not paying into my work pension yet. I'm going to continue to pay into, once we buy the house, I'm going to continue to pay into the lifetime ISA to accrue that £1,000 a year government money for free, so that when I get to 60, I take that out. I've got like a fat lump sum of, like, once we buy the house, it should be around 55,000. I should put my phone on silent, sorry. So these are our plans to not waste any more money. Now, I've watched quite a few videos on these women who are saying they're spending like £200 a month or £50 a week on their groceries for a family of four. And I was sitting there thinking, family of four, I've got a family of six, and I do that myself. And that includes 3 meals a day, the kids pack lunches, and I mean, yeah, it covers my diet, some spinach, extra eggs and stuff like that. But I do that myself for 6 people, so I wasn't that impressed. I mean, it's good, but to me, that's normal for me. I mean, it does help having the chest freezer. So where I'm sitting now is like my workshop per se. I opened a small side business during the summer of last year, while before the COVID all got extreme. And I'll talk about my business in another video, but it's just something very small that I enjoy doing, like dipping things in chocolate and covering them in like loads of biscuit and Oreos. It's just something I enjoy doing, and obviously it's a catch-22 at the moment where I can't really eat those kind of treats. But yeah, so we have in this workshop a large chest freezer, a small chest freezer, and like a normal house fridge in here. And then in the main house, there is the normal fridge freezer and another chest freezer. So obviously, when we're doing our monthly shop, I'm buying bread for the month and I'm putting it in the outside freezer. So in this freezer, it's probably like ice lollies and frozen fruit and bread. That's all what's in that freezer. So there's bread for the whole month. There's probably, like, I don't know how many loaves of bread would be in there. That's, I don't know, 15 loaves of bread, just frozen, just chilling in there. And then in the outside fridge, I just keep things like, if I'm making a birthday cake or if I'm making treats, just to keep it outside so the kids don't nibble on them until I'm ready to share them out. In the house fridge is the normal house stuff, and then we've got the chest freezer. It's a big one. You can get it from Argos for I think it's about £190. Don't quote me on that. I'll have to double check. But if you have any questions about anything I'm saying, please just write a comment and I will answer it as quick as I can. So we keep we have the same meals every Monday, every Tuesday, every Wednesday, every Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I know it's a little bit tedious, but everyone's getting fed. I'm cooking full meals for everybody, so it's all good, and it's good for the kids because in the end, when it comes to when we can get released from COVID, having our Christmas, we can say, well, we've had this kind of austerity kind of lifestyle just so we can have these bigger experiences. And these all-inclusive holidays, so they can sit by the pool, they can have all the food they want, and it's like, well, we've had our Christmas in, like, I don't know, Morocco, for example, or something exotic like that, so that the kids have those experiences and get cultures and travel as much as I have. And I just think it's a better way to be than having your PlayStation or having the best Nike trainers. I mean, these are all things that are meaningless. Well, I mean, meaningless to me anyway. Everyone's entitled to their own views. So we shop at Farm Foods and Lidl's monthly. Now, obviously, because of the amount of kids, David's cars, one of the, I don't know what you call them, but they're the cars that you can put the seats flat and then you've got all the space for the groceries. So we'll do the shopping together, fill it up. So, yeah, I'll do £100 in Lidl's and then I'll do £100 in Farm Foods. And just, I mean, Farm Foods is a new thing for me. I mean, when I left London to move to Essex so we could live as a family, I'd never heard of Farm Foods. I mean, it's kind of like Iceland, I think. It's just, yeah, like a big market full of freezers, and it's which is handy because I can get all my monthly stuff, all at once, and it just stays there. So I know that I've got like 4 bags of mincemeat, so I can do my shepherd's pie. I've got like 4 bags of mixed vegetables, so I can mix it in a shepherd's pie and beef it up that way. So you kind of know where you stand. So yeah, I think it's crucial really to invest in those chest freezers if you want to maintain that kind of really low monthly shop. Now I do it all. I do it once a month because I know that I just can go at once, get all the stuff. It's one big. It's about a 3 4 hour. Yeah, about a 3 or 4 hour job. Um, but if you get it all done at once, I don't have to come in and out like do shopping weekly. I don't have to leave my house at all, or unless I want to. So things like the milk. So we'll buy the same as the bread. We'll buy um, 12. I don't know what you call them. Just 12 cartons of milk, and then put them into the freezer. And then every time I need any milk, I'll bring it out. But I will ration out the cereal. So because the kids like to just free pour the cereal, I will pour the cereal milk first, and then leave it on the kitchen table, and then they can put in as much of the actual cereal they want. But I'm going to do because I've just done a shop recently, I'm going to do a whole nother video on what it is I buy, what it is I cook, what I do for the kids' pack lunches, and show you my receipts so you actually can see that I'm actually only spending £200 a month on the groceries for 6 people. And I think I could probably do it in less, to be honest. I mean, if I was trying really hard enough, I mean, I come from a family where my mum always just said to me, "Oh, if you want it, put it in the basket. If you want it," I still do that now as an adult. If I go shopping with my mum, or if well, I say now, I'm going to be pre-COVID. If I go somewhere with my mum and I'm like, I'm in my mid-30s, like, "Mum, can I have this?" "Oh, why are you asking me? Just put it in the basket. Put it in the basket." Which I probably think I don't know if it's a Ghanaian thing where it's like, "Oh, don't worry about it. It's fine. Just put it in." So I've got that mentality where I say to David, "Oh, if you want it, just get it. If you want it, just get it." And so it's trying to actually say, well, no, I've got a strict plan that Monday's meals is going to be like this, Tuesday's meals and yada yada. How to actually make sure I'm only buying the things that I'm going to use, and that also eliminates waste. So I don't really have any food waste because I don't I don't cook things without a need, or I don't buy things unless I know they're being used. So yeah, I mean a lot of my vegetables and fruits I do freeze them, And we have those moments where if we want something, and we have salads and stuff like that, but if we want something, like if I want an abundance of fruit or something, we can drive to Barley Land, which is, again, it's a new thing for me moving to Essex. It's like a farm. It's like a farm shop. They have all fruits and meats and like deals where you can get like crates of fizzy pops and stuff like that. So yeah, we can go out and get some extras if we need it, but we very, very rarely do that. It's normally, this is the £200 a month shopping, and this is what we spend on it. So I will do that video closer to next month's shopping day, which is around the 15th of March. So around then is when I will do my video on how to actually spend just under £200 for 6 people for, all your meals. I think the main thing I wanted to really express to you guys today in my first ever video, and I'm so excited. This is so new to me, but I thought I had nothing to say, but I've got so much in my head and I'm trying to get it all out at once. But the main thing I really wanted to express was about saving up for the mortgage and the lifetime ISAs. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. Previous to my promotion, I used to be a financial advisor, but I mean, for president, so it's not really the same thing as being an actual hardcore financial advisor. So with these ISAs, I opened my one with David's work, and then there's so many out there that you can actually start saving monthly. Now the maximum you can save is £333.33 a month, because that totals up to just under £4,000 for the year, and then that gives you the government will give you the 25% bonus on that, and the stipulations are that you can only use the money for buying a first house, or when you turn 60, you can take the money out and do what you want. Go for a cruise, whatever you want to do with it. So between the ages of 18 and 39, you are able to open this lifetime ISA. Now, you can open it between 18 and 39, but you can continue to pay into it until you're 49, and then when you turn on your 60th birthday, then you can have that money back. So what I'm personally going to do is, what I'm personally doing at the moment is I'm paying monthly the 333.33 into the account, and then when we buy the property in 2023, around May, I think, when Keen finishes school, so that he's not missing out. When we buy the property, I'm going to continue to stick to that, because between 2023 and when I turn 50, I've got I think it's about 11 years in there. So that's about £55,000 that's going to be sitting there waiting for me for my 60th birthday. So first class tickets, here we come. Cruise, here we come. And yeah, so the whole point of this is really to maximize our savings, minimize our outgoings. So basically, I'm just really trying to maximize our lives, really, and stop all that frivolous spending for no reason. So with the lifetime ISAs, I do have to say to you that you can't, once you commit to it, I'm saying, it's a commitment. So you can't take the money. Well, you can take the money out, but there will be a charge. And the charge is it kind of equates to, they take back the 25%, but then there's a penalty on the money you've actually saved. So you will end up with less than what you put in. So if you can't commit to it, then don't. Because you're going to end up just throwing money away. Because obviously, if you take it out beforehand for any other reason, then you lose money. Except for during the COVID. I know during the COVID that there's this thing where they're saying, well, if you take it out during the COVID because you need it, then we're only going to take back the 25% government funding. So yeah, I mean, this lifetime ISA is available to anybody within the right age bracket. So I recommend you guys just open one up. Even if you have a home, you can get that £1,000 a year free money from the government to go towards your pension or go towards your 60th birthday parties, whatever plans you have. So we are going to with this together. David and I are both going to have £10,000 each in 2023 in this lifetime ISA. So that's going to go to, and we're going to just keep accumulating that until we're ready, until we found the actual house we want to buy. That money's going to keep accumulating and accumulating. So, that's going to be, so when we get to a point of when we buy, we're going to take all that money out and then put it onto the deposit for the house we're looking for. And then we're going to get into certain mortgage where we can just overpay. Because I think the overpay mortgage, I want to do a full video on that because we've been researching it and it's just absolutely genius. So we know like where people pay their mortgage over 25 years, we're going to get a mortgage for, I think, maybe 10 years. And then I think it's called a tracker mortgage over a 10-year period. And then we're going to basically just pay every single penny or everything we have into the mortgage and overpay it so that the kind of like the length of time becomes shorter. And in doing that, the actual interest that you're paying back to the bank becomes smaller. So you're actually giving the bank less money. And there's a whole like algorithm on it, but it's absolutely genius. So that's what our plan is when we get our mortgage, to live this kind of austerity lifestyle and put all of our money into the house so that by the time, oh, that's my book just fell. By the time we get to a point of, I don't know, within the 5 or 6 years, whatever, however fast we manage to pay it off, we will own that house outright. And then that means we can start looking for our turkey house for retirement. So, I mean, inclusive of all of this, we've still got our wedding that we're saving up for as well. So we are getting married October this year, 2021, COVID permitting, and we're also putting money away for that. So that's really taken up a lot of our money at the moment. So in the meantime, while we're saving up for the wedding and all the other expenditures for the wedding, and I would like to do actually a video on our wedding because I think the venue is beautiful. I think that all the effort and the time that David and I have both together put into this wedding, it's been quite special because normally you don't expect your man to really want to get involved, and he's been by my side at the wedding fairs, tasting cake with me, doing everything by my side 100%. So I really want to give him praise for that, for just really getting involved with everything and really, really being the kind of backbone to this family in helping us structure our plans for the future. So with that, I really hope that this has given you some sort of insight to what we're planning on doing. And yeah, I just really want to share so much more of our lives with you because I think I've got a lot to give you guys, a lot to share with you, and hopefully you guys will have the same kind of interests as me, and that you'd want to give me your tips and advice so that we can probably help each other like a small community. So thank you so much for your time and maximise your life. Thanks, guys. Have a good day. Bye.